Imagine lying awake at night, wrestling with doubts that won't let you rest, feeling the weight of mistakes, fears, and unanswered prayers pressing down on you. Every part of you wants to give up, but something inside refuses. You are desperate for a breakthrough, yet the path forward feels impossible. This is the place where ordinary people meet God, and sometimes the struggle itself becomes the door to something greater. The night was quiet, yet heavy, almost alive. A single figure moved slowly along the banks of the Jabbok River. His name was Jacob, a man of cunning and ambition, yet weighed down by fear, guilt, and unanswered questions. Years of running, from brothers, from family disputes, from the consequences of his own choices, had left him exhausted, lonely, and restless. He carried nothing but the clothes on his back and the memories of his past, both victories and betrayals. The river glimmered faintly under the moonlight. Shadows danced across the water's surface. Jacob paused, staring at his reflection. "Who am I?" he whispered. "Am I the man God says I am, or just a man running from everything I fear?" No answer came, just the gentle rush of water. And yet, he sensed something stirring beneath the stillness. A presence he could neither see nor name, but it pressed on his heart with quiet insistence. Something in him trembled, part fear, part anticipation, part recognition that this night would change everything. Jacob's journey had always been about survival. Now, it was about encounter. He let out a deep sigh and stepped onto the riverbank, barefoot in the cool mud. Shadows lengthened as the water rippled, reflecting a moon that seemed to hang unusually low. His thoughts raced. Could he face the fear that had haunted him for years? Could he confront the God he had long tried to bargain with, deceive, or outrun? Could he endure the confrontation his soul knew was inevitable? And then it happened. A figure, invisible yet undeniable, pressed close. Jacob staggered backward, fear gripping him like a vice. "I cannot leave," he whispered, half to himself. "I cannot let go, not until I know, not until this struggle ends." The riverbank became a battleground, not of armies or swords, but of heart, soul, and spirit. Jacob wrestled with what he could not see, his body straining, his mind a whirlwind of pain, regret, and hope. Hours passed, though time felt suspended. The stars moved slowly overhead, indifferent witnesses to the struggle below. Jacob's strength waned, but his grip did not falter. His resolve hardened, fueled by something deeper than human will, the raw instinct to stand, to wrestle, to fight for his destiny, even if the opponent was God himself. And then, as dawn began to stain the sky with pale light, Jacob whispered through gasps of exhaustion, "I will not let you go unless you bless me." The first rays of morning caught the figure's face, shining through sweat and tears. Jacob's body trembled. Something had shifted. But what? The blessing he sought was near. Yet the cost of victory had only just begun. The first light of dawn painted the riverbank in muted gold, highlighting Jacob's sweat-soaked form. His muscles burned, his body ached, yet he had not released his grip. The invisible presence pressed closer, stronger, unyielding. Every instinct in Jacob screamed to let go, to run, to surrender, but he would not. He could not. Not now. Not after everything he had endured. everything he had feared, everything he had carried alone for so long. I will not let you go unless you bless me. For a heartbeat, the world seemed to hold its breath. The river's current slowed in his perception. The birds hushed their morning songs. Even the wind appeared to wait. And then, a sensation unlike any other, a gentle pressure, a warmth, a whisper of peace that seeped into his bones. Jacob felt a strength rising from within, a clarity piercing the fog of doubt and regret that had clouded his mind for decades. The figure spoke, though no sound reached his ears. The message was in his chest, in his soul. You have wrestled with me, and you have prevailed. Jacob fell to his knees, overwhelmed. His struggle, every fear, every shame, every broken piece of his heart had been seen, acknowledged, tested, and God had honored his perseverance, his courage, his refusal to turn away from the divine encounter. A change passed through him. He touched his own hip, his legs, his hands. They felt lighter, stronger, renewed. A limp he had carried from old wounds seemed to vanish. The weight of guilt, fear, and uncertainty that had haunted him since youth lifted, replaced with purpose, clarity, and identity. Your name shall no longer be just Jacob. You are Israel, one who struggles with God and with men, and prevails. Tears streaked Jacob's face. For the first time, he saw himself as God saw him, not defined by past mistakes, not bound by fear, not limited by human expectation. And in that sacred moment, Jacob realized something profound. Faith is forged in struggle. Blessings often arrive at the end of perseverance. When you refuse to let go of God, even when the fight seems impossible, victory, transformation follows. He rose to his feet, stronger than before. The dawn broke fully over the river. His heart, once anxious and restless, beat steady. He felt the ground beneath him not as a battlefield, but as the foundation of every promise God had spoken. Jacob knew he would face giants again. Life would always bring challenges too large for human strength alone. But now he carried a truth greater than fear. God's power, presence, and promise could not be defeated. I have wrestled, and I have seen you, and I am changed forever. The river sparkled as if reflecting the divine truth he had experienced. His past would follow him, the fears, the doubts, but they would no longer control him. The blessing was not just in the victory, but in the transformation. You may not be lying on a riverbank wrestling physically with God, but the giants you face, anxiety, depression, debt, betrayal, fear, heartbreak, demand the same persistence, the same refusal to let go of God, the same courage to wrestle through the night. Jacob's story reminds you, breakthrough comes to those who persevere. Transformation follows faithful struggle. God's blessings are often revealed in the process, not just the outcome. When you wrestle with God in prayer, faith, and obedience, you step into your destiny. Whatever giant you face, whatever struggle weighs on your heart, don't let go. Your perseverance will meet God's blessing. Stand firm, wrestle in faith, and walk away changed. The sun rises. Your battles continue. But remember, the same God who met Jacob in the night meets you today. Keep holding on. Keep wrestling in faith, because sometimes your breakthrough is waiting at the moment you refuse to let go.